So this is Stukov. He's the newest hero. Okay, well, all right. To be fair, this is Stukov. He is the newest support and heroes added to Heroes of the Storm. He's part man, he's part Zerg. He was betrayed. He's real mad. If you play Heart of the Swarm, you'll see a bunch of him. Actually, the hold the phone. The opening screen here. I don't know if it has any Easter eggs, but this is like direct out of Heart of the Swarm. Looking at you, Char. This is where the Zerg thing. What's her name? She's like a worm that comes out of the wall and talks to Kerrigan and Stukov, and Dahaka hangs out here. It's a pretty iconic screen right here. But
hold on a second. Is he like inside the mouth?
Well, okay, so, hold on. First, Gevarm has subscribed for 6 months in a row. Gevarm, thank you for your support of Dinosaurs Everywhere. You get a dinosaur, and technically, yes. Okay, so Zergs don't have spaceships, but they do have space travel inside of giant bugs. I think those are behemoths, right? I think that's what they're called, are behemoths. But yeah, they're basically just really, really big Zerg bugs that the Zerg ride around inside of to go from planet to system to system. Yeah. Leviathan, thank you. Grizzly nerd, it's a Leviathan, not a behemoth. But yeah, they're inside of a big bug. That's how Zerg get around. You know, it's like a Zerg taxi.
Zerg taxi.
This is Stukov, and this is Stukov's paid skin. Admiral Krakenov, because he's got a kraken for an arm. He's got a trident for a leg and a hand, and he's awesome. And this is the greatest skin I've ever seen in my entire life, and we're going to play it. We're going to play it. I played some Stukov earlier today. If you watch the Stormette show on Squadron, I played him. If you like the... Oh, hey. Seedle just subscribed to the Dinosaur Club. Seedle, thank you for your, I believe, continued support of Dinosaurs Everywhere. You get a dinosaur. So, what have I learned playing Stukov today? Well, his heals are very powerful. That's what I'm going to start with, especially his D. Let's look at... Frodo the Dodo just subscribed for 9 months in a row. You guys are just flooding me with stuff. Thank you. Frodo, you also receive 1 dinosaur. Thank you. Thank you. So his Q. His Q is a hot. He places on a person, and it can jump to other members of the team. It is a virus, and it infects your team, but with kindness, not with sadness. And it is possible to have the virus ticking on all 5 members of your team. In fact, that would be ideal. And later in the game, you can keep it going forever if you want, passing it back and forth like a beautiful, beautiful disease. His W-weighted pustule is a skill shot that you shoot at enemies. It slows and makes them take damage. It's like he's got a nice spit and like a sad, like a friendly spit and an angry spit.
We have a cheer.
Hey, Evil Harb just subscribed for 3 months in a row. Harb, thank you for your support of Dinosaurs Everywhere. You get a dinosaur. Thank you. So he's got his heal your friends spit, and he's got your slow down your enemies spit, and then his D, which is the bio kill switch. It will activate any and all spits you have on enemies. It will heal. It will stop the hot on your friends and explodimify it into one really big heal. And on enemies, it will explodimify the slow and deal a whole bunch of damage. So bunch of heals, bunch of damage, explosion with your D. And it's very powerful. It's a huge heal. It's gigantic. It's surprisingly large. All of these words sound naughty, but it's true. So when you if you have a heal ticking, let's say it spreads to bees, it spreads to Beckwin, we let it tick for a minute, and before it expires, we can explode it for a big heal, or if Beckwin takes a bunch of damage, we can explode it for a big heal. It's really awesome. And timing your D, because it has a kind of long cooldown, 16 seconds. Timing your D is important because your thing is going to tick longer than your D. Timing is important, okay? So we've got an E. It's your arm. You take your giant, disgusting arm and you put it in the ground, and it pops up at your target location, and it's a silence and also deals damage. You can channel it forever if you just wanted to stand there. You can, but you're immobile while you're channeling it. Your heal will continue to tick. Your damage thing will continue to tick, and you can use your D while you're underground with your arm parts. But it's an awesome silence, and there's an awesome talent later in the game that makes it stay at that location for a certain amount of time. So you can either, as enemies are running in, you can set it up ahead of time, or if they're going to escape, or fucking whatever. It's just way more convenient. You can get that. It's really cool. His 2 heroic ability choices. One is the flailing swipe. He swipes with his arm. It flails about. It sweeps 3 times in a huge arc, progressively getting larger and farther away. The first, the second, and the third. It's really awesome. Disrupts enemies, knocks them away. Kind of reminds me of Brightwing's Emerald Wind, right? You know how it comes out and it goes psh, and it pushes you farther away. Think of that, but in a cone in front of him, and it's really big and awesome. Massive shove. His big giant arm shoots out like a stretch Armstrong man, and it pushes. It has a very short range in front of it, but if you connect with somebody, it will push them forever until they hit a piece of terrain. I had one game on Haunted Mines where I sent the enemy Varian like across the map. It was totally by accident. I didn't plan it, but it was super far and it was really cool. So this one has a really short cooldown. It's only 20 seconds, and you can talent it to be even shorter for some reason. It's kind of fun, but I still think the swipe is probably better. So that's what I'm probably going to take. So speaking of things I'm probably going to take, what talents have I been taking in the couple games I've played him? At 1, I've always been taking Spine Launcher. So Stukov has a really, really slow basic attack, slower than Sergeant Hammer even, but it hits mega hard. It hits for like close to 500, I believe, in like the average portion of the game around level 10. It's just 500 on your basic attacks, which is a huge amount of damage, but he has really slow auto attack, and he has to get really close, and that's dangerous because I'm a support. So at level 1, I like to take Spine Launcher. It makes your basic attacks attackable from range. It puts a slow on enemies struck by your basic attack, but it deals 50% less damage. But hey, guess what? 250 damage on an auto attack is still pretty gosh darn good. So I'm down with that. I'm down with this. I've seen people take every other talent. I actually tried taking Feated Touch for a while, but I feel like Spine Launcher is where it's at. Let's play a little safer, gives you a little extra slow, and it's just dope. At 4, I've been taking Biotic Armor. The first person, so the person you choose to put your healing disease on, gets 50 armor, and that's pretty cool. The armor does not spread with the disease, just the very first person, but that feels pretty good, man. There's also Top Off, which makes it heal for more on higher health people. So if you hit somebody who's above 60% life, it heals for even more. So if you're trying to keep your team topped off, it's literally the name of the talent, that's probably good. Another good one is the Good Spread. After your thing spreads to 4 people, the cooldown is reduced. So if you're not going to take Universal Carrier at 16, taking one good spread at 4 might be a cool thing to do. The shoulder pad is named Larry. Yes, this is Larry the Octopus. He's our eyes. As you can see, you have no eyes. It's actually one of Larry's tentacles in there giving you a tentacle hug. As Larry is a good guy. Okay, at 7, what are we going to take? I like taking Within My Reach. It gives you more range on your lurker arm. So again, you can position more safely when you're using your E-Silence because you're immobile while you're using it. Think of Sylvanas when she is channeling mind control and she's stuck there in the middle of the enemy team. You want to be farther away. So I like that a lot. Okay, that's it. 10, I said Flailing Swipe. We're gonna give him the swipey hand and swipe them. You can use it to deny areas, like if there's a point there, you can use it to break up team fights. You can come in behind and flank with it. It's just dope, okay? It's just dope, I'm telling you. 13, we are going to be taking Lingering Spines. So this one, your E, your silence, persists after it's canceled. So you start channeling and then you leave to do something else, and for 1.5 seconds it stays there on the ground dealing damage and silencing anybody that stands in it. It's dope. You should, I like it. There's someone for your pustules, your slow thing, but whatever. I like this. We're going to do that. 16, it's kind of I find it to be a hard choice. Universal Carrier is awesome. So your healing disease can spread back to you and then back to more people. So you can keep it going forever, one disease. Like, it will pass to me. I have, like, okay, I pass it to Varian. Varian passes it to Zool. Zool passes it back to me. I pass it back to Varian. To Zool, like hot potato, forever. Normally, it would go me, Varian, Zool, expire, because it can't go back to me. So then it'd be done. But now it can just go in a circle forever, and that was really fun, and I really enjoyed it. But you could also take Pax Populi? Is that how you say it? Pax Populi? That one, when you activate your D, it will no longer remove the healing disease. Instead, it will refresh its duration. So that's another way to keep it going forever. Basically, every time your D is up, you get a new 10-second healing thing. Your D is every 16 seconds. So at about 9 seconds, it's going to expire, and you pop it, and then it refreshes, and that's pretty cool too. So these are both pretty cool. You could use them. All right. And then at 20, this I feel like is the hardest choice because I don't okay, I feel like this is the hardest choice. Controlled Chaos sounds fun. Flailing Swipe, reduce the mana cost, gains 2 charges, but only uses 1 swing at a time. So normally you hit your R and you go sweep, sweep, sweep. It gets farther away as it goes, right? Instead now it'll just sweep once really, really far, and if you need to spam it twice, you can. Or 3 times, you can, whatever, but it gives you a little more control. So I liked that. Literally Control Chaos. Mafia Sponge. But Bio Explosion Switch is pretty cool too. Bio Kill Switch also detonates Lurking Arm. So you have your E and you press your D, and now your E will also explode, and it will apply your slowy disease thing to any enemies that are in the thing. So look at abilities here. Here we go. You're using your E, you press your D, and then everybody gets a W. Abilities. So I've used them both. This one I think is probably better, but requires more attention to be paid, because you got to have them in the E and press the D to give them a W, and then you probably want to do your D again to make it explode. I don't know. It's difficult, like I said, but this is, I think, easier. I don't know. You tell me. Those are the talents we're going to play, though. We're going to Stukov it up, and hopefully you guys have a good time. I'm going to invite Softpaw. He asked to join, and I figured in my head, I was like, if I'm done talking about Stukov by the time it hasn't popped, I would invite him. So that's okay. All right, so I hope everybody's good. I haven't read chat at all in this time because I was just talking about this man. And Colin Archival just subscribed for 2 months in a row. Colin, thank you for your support of the Dinosaur Club. You get a dinosaur. Okay. All right. Hey.
You like Universal Carrier?
What?
You like the Universal Carrier talent?
It was really fun to play with, yeah. I don't know if it's better than the Paulus Populi thing, but...
Yeah, the thing is, like, I think, because if you do, like, it's nice if you're running around, like, outside of combat, but I don't think there's enough healing in combat, but also, once you use Bio Kill Switch, you lose it. Like, it's just gone.
What I was doing...
Everyone.
I wouldn't use Bio Kill Switch unless it was emergency, but normally I wouldn't use Bio Kill Switch unless the cooldown on my Q was already up, so I could just reapply it. Because with Universal Carrier, you can keep it going forever. So after the 10-second cooldown of your Q, you can just apply another Q. So I would Q, make it last for like 10 or 11 seconds, pop the D, and then just put another Q. But unless somebody was about to die and I had to D to save them, I wouldn't press D unless there was already another Q available. So I always had a Q going. So it kind of seems like if you can play the D and the Q right, the two do exactly the same thing. I don't know. Just having Pax Populi.
Huge, though.
Having Pax Populi probably lets you use your D more freely, since you're gonna keep your Q going. Like,
yeah, I wonder what the time. Because how long does healing pathogen last for?
It lasts for. On each person, it lasts for 4.5 seconds.
You can almost get, like, if you full refresh, granted they all won't line up.
No, they can't. Because they jump every 1 second.
So, like, towards, like, the last person, you would have almost another queue up by the time, like, you refreshed.
Yeah, I think depending on how you play him, you can make both do the same thing. Like that's what I'm seeing. And your team too, because your team has to be close enough together to keep Universal Carrier going. You can do it with 2 people, because it will go from like Varian to me and then back to Varian.
Death Ball. As long as you have something there, like it'll go forever, and you can just pass it when you actually get to your team. I think the biggest problem with Universal Carrier is just the healing reduction outside of D is very low.
Yeah. And now I could be wrong because of how I was reading it, but I was reading it that the healing is reduced after it passes through Stukov. So the first 5 heals are normal, but then once it goes back, or 2 or whatever it is. So if I put it on Johanna, and then it goes from Johanna to Chromie, and Chromie to Zool, and Zool to Dahaka, then Dahaka back to me, now is when it gets reduced by 60%. It goes back to Johanna after the second time I have it. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess I'm probably not too hard to test.
No, you just have to like read.
It's like a little.
You just have to read, but I didn't. That's how I read it when I was like. But the build I put up on Heroes Hype, if anyone, not Heroes Hype, they do tournaments and they're awesome. On Heroes Hearth, where they do builds and stuff, has Pox Populi, because I think that one's probably easier. Populi, I don't know. Pox Populi at Pox the population. That makes sense. Okay, it has Pox Populi because it's probably easier to use. Universal Carrier sounds easier, but how it interacts with your D, I think Pox is actually easier. I don't know. I mean, I just know that I have an awesome octopus on my arm. His name is Larry. Sounds like Nox has a bottle, like a plastic bottle. I don't know.
It's probably easier to get value out of Universal Carrier, yeah. But I think it's probably easier to get noticeable, like, burst value out of Pox Populi. As long as you refresh it before, like, it drops off of everyone. Even if it's not like a full refresh, it's still like another, what, like 300-400 health.
Yeah. His healing is incredible though. I can't stress it enough. I think if I was to give feedback on how I would balance him, I wouldn't change his Q at all. It's his D. I would probably reduce the number of his D. It just heals for too much. It's so much healing. You'll see, you can heal like Chromie and Tracer for more health than they even have.
Like his D is bugged right now, but like even so, like.
It's crazy.
It's too much healing, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a lot. It's a large amount. I would reduce the D numbers. We'd have to see after it's unbugged if it still feels as insane, but it probably will.
Well, I mean, talent, the tooltips don't update, do they? From like a quest talent?
I don't know.
Yeah, like if you complete the level 4 quests, because the way it is right now is like whether you take the quest or not, it's just auto completed from level 1. Like the quest is just always on.
Yeah, no, I never.
But I
never even took that one.
Yeah, I don't think tooltips update to reflect quest completion. So the number on the tooltip is still the accurate number, is what it would be unbugged.
Yeah, I've been taking biotic armor more than anything, because when I was playing, all right, what I was doing is I was playing with Universal Carrier, and I kept the Q going on pretty much everybody. And then if I wanted to give somebody armor specifically, I always had a Q available because you can put a Q on someone who already has a Q, and it just refreshes the duration just to give them the armor. Pretty crazy.
I don't like the armor mechanic at all.
Well, it exists.
Yeah, it's one thing that I always haven't liked.
It exists, so we play in with what we got, and that's how I was using it post 16. Do you think Stukov has mana issues? No. I ran out of mana one time, and this is me, Kai Ub. No, he's really very mana efficient. Is he better than the other supports? Right now he is, yeah. When he's unbugged, we'll have to test again. but I'm going to guess that he's all right. So totally untalented at level 1. Like, his Q heals for as much or more than Malfurion's Q, his regrowth, but behaves in the same way Rhaegar's chain heal does, and that he can heal everybody. And then he has something neither of those two healers have with his D that he can activate for a massive heal on everyone, potentially, that also does damage if you put a W on somebody. Why would you play Malf, or why would you play Rhaegar when Stukov exists? I think the only person who could go toe to tentacle with him for healing output is Ariel with an insanely good mana battery. And nowhere near as much damage. And also, Ariel's whip with the stun, if you can hit it into terrain, is not nearly as good as Lurking Arm. You can just pop up anywhere and fucking silence people. Like, he's definitely, just with his base kit, the best healer, in my opinion. Play Rhaegar for cleanse, or just heal through everything and silence the enemy team, and or slap the enemy team away with your slap arm. That's the best one. They come in and like the butcher like lambs somebody, and it's like, I'm gonna kill him. Slap, slap, slap. Not killing anybody today, butcher.
I love the slap.
Dude,
It's
the slap
best.
it's hilarious, and also just really, really good at just absolutely shutting down any kind of lockdown or dive, because you just slap them away. It's like Brightwing's Emerald Wind, but faster and better and does more damage. And again, why would you pick Brightwing? His Q heals for more than her pulse, more conveniently. It jumps to all the people. You don't actually have to stand by him. It can spread all around and do shit. You've got your D to activate it, like old Bright. Remember when Brightwing used to be able to activate her healing mist?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, only for more, and also Flailing Swipe.
You had to spec into that though, right?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
He just has that all the time. He just lives that lifestyle.
So is this like the road to the Brightwing rework? Like, I know they reworked her a little bit, but now, like, I still don't understand why you would pick Brightwing over this person.
You wouldn't pick
Better
anyone.
mitigation.
And
Brightwing still has a place.
And
she also
has
mitigation.
She has the spell armor and then the regular armor later, but Stukov can get 50 armor too at level 4.
It's true.
Yeah, he loses spell armor, so if you're really worried about mages, that could be one reason. I still think I would pick Stukov over any other healer in his current state. Now, once he gets fixed because he's bugged, it might be harder to say. Who's the other girl talking? It's Darby, excuse me?
Skytoss.
I feel like Stukov just shouldn't have been a support. Like, yeah, he is, and stuff to deal with it, but
the healing mechanic is awesome. It's almost exactly the one that I asked for.
It's a unique design, and like that is interesting. But I feel like people keep clamoring like, "Oh, we need supports," but they don't understand like supports influence and change the game more than any other role by a huge factor.
That's okay though. You can't just not make new supports because of that.
Okay, but you also can't like the current state of the game is. Supports are broken. Supports are straight up broken. And I feel like they need to overhaul, rework past supports before.
That's what I was gonna say. So with Stukov being this powerful, there's two things you can do. You can just nerf Stukov, or you could fix all the other supports and bring them up to Stukov's level, so he's not this amazing outlier. I don't know if you play as much support as I do, friends, but if you do. Like, playing Malfurion right now, even playing, like, Rhaegar right now, playing Brightwing, a lot of the times you feel like, why am I even here? Like, would rather be Tantalus.
Oh, is this Tantalus? It's Tantalus. Hey!
Oh, hey, Tantalus.
So people in chat saying, like, they need to make it so new supports can
look at me.
heal. What Blizzard wants for a character to do and what the character is actually going to do in the meta are two very different things. They can want Stukov to be a solo healer. He ain't gonna be a solo healer. Like, the meta is double healer right now.
He's definitely capable. He has enough healing output to be a solo healer. It's just
every character that does double support. Like, they're all capable of solo healing to some extent. They just don't.
It's because Tassadar is so powerful. That's a Tassadar.
If they're an Oreo, is way too strong. And like the Malf quote unquote rework just completely dumps their Malfurion.
I don't know if I would
They
do
jumped in Malfurion
Ariel
because-
Stukov, but I could definitely see Uther Stukov. And then go Q build Uther.
Not doing that time.
Uther has guns.
Oh, I mean, if you did Oriole, you'd have no buns.
So
It just-
how does this spread work?
What spread?
Like, does it get stronger the more people that have it?
No.
Okay.
So here, I got it now. I'm gonna Q, I'm gonna put on you. And
Okay.
now it's gonna jump, and then it's gonna jump again, and it would continue jumping if there were more people. Untalented, it'll only jump to new people one time, right? So it'll jump to you, and now it's gonna jump to me, and now it's gonna jump to Beckwin, and now, or sorry, Safa, and now it's done. If we get Universal Carrier, it would jump back from Softpaw to me and just keep going for the rest of time.
Do we want to get 4 first and then?
Press D. I don't want to. So for pressing D, that's how much the D heals for. My dogs are so mad that I gotta go close the dog door. They're not gonna. Let's do one good spread this time. So now for one good spread, it has to spread, I think, it has to spread 4 times for it to get maximum value. Which we can't get in the middle lane here at all, because we only have 3 people. But once we group up for some team fights.
I'm gonna get out of here because I'm
Okay, bye.
Before, do we want to do the objective? Or, no, wait.
Sure.
We're a whole level ahead.
Does a surprising amount of damage to minions as well. That's Nox, that's not Nova.
That silence is interesting, that like once you get out of it, like once you get out of the circle, you're no. It's not like a duration, it's however long you stand in that.
Right. That's why I like the one that makes it persist in that spot for like 2 seconds. Because then that spot, it's just like, it's like Tyrael's whatever, holy zone thing. You just can't go there anymore. It's off limits. Can you give that to Chromie? Can you, yeah, there you go.
Oh yeah, okay. So could you spread the disease, please? Go sneeze on her.
Yeah, I need you guys to cough on each other.
Off of my mouth.
Pretty much. Just sneeze directly on each other. I would appreciate it.
What did you tell Salinity to go lick a doorknob?
I did tell her to lick a doorknob. That's true. And then I told you we should share mascara wands. Just assorted dirty things you normally shouldn't do. Do them with Stukov. That was my cue. So I'm gonna take within my reach to give it more range so we can... Don't look at me. So now you can see I can do it from all the way back here. It's pretty good. Long pitch is ridiculous though, because the W already has a pretty long range. So when you long pitch it, it's like, whoa.
It's almost good. Reacted faster. Yay!
I mean, you can overpower Stukov's healing. Not easily, but basically once his D has been popped, that's when you gotta go in hard, because it has a 16-second cooldown, so he's not gonna have another one anytime soon. So once he drops the D, you gotta go in pretty ham. His attack speed is the slowest in the game, slower than Sergeant Hammer, but his melee is one of the hardest hitting in the game.
Fucking 600, it doesn't really matter. Like.
I like the range one better though, just you can position safer and it puts a slow on as well, so I feel like it's okay.
You melee higher, yeah, it's when you melee higher than Quest Complete Butcher.
That's at 20.
Yeah, it feels bad, man.
And can you two spit on each other? Thanks.
I think the Zool rework is. I think Zool's gonna be really good. The problem is Zool's kick by itself is just really. He's just such a monster.
That was my kill too. That was with my D. I hit him with the W with the weight of pustule and then blew it up. How do you like me now? How do you like Stukov? I enjoy him very much. He's probably a little too powerful, but I mean. not my problem. Look at Jono running away from me when I'm trying to bring him my love disease. God damn it, Jono.
Love me!
Can you spread the heal and the slow and detonate them both at the same time? Yeah, you can. It will automatically detonate them both. So it's in your best interest to spread your shit as much as possible so that when it comes time to detonate, you do as much damage as possible. The W doesn't spread like the Q does. It pierces. So if people are in a line, you can hit 2 or 3 or whatever. But once it's fired, it doesn't go to more people. Mine.
I don't know where they are. Maybe they're upset because streamers are ganging up together. And
yeah, we had that happen today on Stormet. Somebody was mad that 5 streamers were playing together.
How dare you have friends?
Right?
And like Rennie made the comparison to when all the pro players were playing together like last night and the night before, but like yeah, we ain't that. So we lost that game as well.
Oscar, Tiger JK, Jared, and Talking Trees. Like I felt bad for people that played against.
Oh yeah, I saw your tweet.
People
and they were all solo queued too, right?
Yeah, they were never gonna play the game.
No.
Oh no! So I slowed Stitches there. Now I'm gonna silence him. I would love to heal Jono, but I'm not. I need to get a disease on him. There we go. Spread this baby a little bit, and then heal everybody! Like it never happened.
Nice, like Zul comes on, like.
Oh, I missed that one. I'm sorry. Whatever.
A lot earlier.
What is he doing there? Oh, okay. Good point.
Some healers Ariel, I feel like, especially if she has a good mana battery, good energy battery, and she's just pumping out heals. I don't feel like I'm really doing anything but pumping out heals. And when you use your clap, I don't even really care if people get in it or not. Like, I'm just spamming my heal. But with Stukov, I feel like there's a lot for me to be doing at any time, right? Making sure my W is on as many people, moving around to try to spread it. Trying to hit people with my W's every time, or my E, my Q. Spread W enemy, put E in good spot. When press D, I feel like I'm actively using all of my buttons and that they're all impactful to the team fight.
Yeah, he's just so good. I like having him on my team.
Yeah, I like being him.
New main?
Yeah, both. We're gonna see what they do about the D being broken, about it healing for more than it's supposed to. But I still think even without that, he's gonna be fairly strong. So I need to get this from Jono, and then I need to bring it to Softpaw, and now I need to get it to Starby! Oh, there we go!
So do you only have a certain amount of time?
Yeah, you can you see it above your head, or is that only I can see that?
No, it's a timer, but I don't know what that's all about.
That timer? Yeah, it's a 4.5 second timer, and that's how long it's healing you for and how long you have to spread it to someone else. So like I hit Softpaw now it's me, and now to bees.
And now I have that time to like race somewhere and be like,
to touch somebody else and cough on them, and just that's all
I gotta touch somebody. I get it.
How do you feel about Zagara? I like playing Zagara. I think she's okay. You need the wave clear, baby. Hold on. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Well, look what I can do. I actually didn't think you were gonna do that much damage to him. Holy crap!
It does decent damage, and when they're silenced, so they can't do anything. It's really funny when you use it on Genji. He's not prepared. He can't. If he Dragon Blades, he can't even auto attack. That man just has to walk away. Game over. I have run out of mana on Stukov one time.
I feel like you really have to go out of your way.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Q works, like. There's a few reasons to have to recast it, or like.
Yeah, no, you have to be in a never-ending team fight.
Yeah, with some store match, you were like, I've never ran out of mana. I don't understand.
Yeah, and
this is new.
I'm Kai-Um all the time, so it was. Oh, you got pushed! Hold on, I'm gonna come save Jono. Oh no, never mind. They got him in the thing. I'm slowing him.
I'm coming. No. Well, hi, I'm here.
I really wish that was on Beckwin when I had to explode it, but hey, I want to touch you, Beckwin. Ah, fuck off. Fine, leave. Fine. I didn't want to disease you anyway. All right, I didn't want to.
That's my shit heals me.
Oh my gosh.
Heal me, skeletons.
I just wanted to touch you. So this one I'm gonna take Universal Carrier, and then maybe next game we'll take Pox Populi, so you can see the difference. But so Universal Carrier. What?
Oh, fast I'm healing. Get a couple more skeletons in.
So okay, we're gonna plop this on Jono, and it's gonna go to me, and then it's gonna go to Starby, and then it's gonna go to Softpaw, and now it's gonna go back to Jono, and back to me, and back to Starby, and now we're all diseased forever, guys.
I love it.
What do you mean Starby is Zul's healing?
I thought he always healed for quite a bit. Healed himself.
Well, the way it worked before was it was based on the skeletons. Like when you created them, you get healed for each one you made. But now it's every time skeleton hits anything.
Sorry, the
Jono,
fireworks
I'm trying
are
to save you.
He's fine.
It's not 4th of July yet. Calm down.
So that one I did end up using my D-explosion kind of earlier than I wanted to, but to try and save Jono. So we just have to accept. Look how much healing that is. Look how much health. And see there, I was able to use my D and then immediately Q because it was off cooldown already. And now we're just going to keep spitting on each other for a little while here, guys. And the healing never ends. It's like I'm Lucio, but with, you know, that weird Lucio STD. I don't know, but. Now, my Q is off cooldown, so I could detonate this to heal Starby and then just reapply it. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Zul dumpster the core. Is Zul broken?
I don't know. There you go.
No! Oh no, I don't have any mana.
Wait, if I die,
Fighting over here.
We're gonna die here.
cute as a spirit if I die, so.
Let's look at some numbers. Enemy Stukov doesn't have shit on me.
Crap.
We didn't kill the core, guys.
Come back from worse. Do not lose hope.
Yes, we've said that more than once. We've said that more than once. Several times, in fact. You can do more damage than this. I'm probably not going as hard as I could, especially with the W's. I'm more focused on healing, but I've seen Stukovs do way more damage than this. 50,000 healing at 14 minutes is, or actually 60,000 really at 14 minutes is pretty good. Especially when we haven't really been team fighting for most of it. I just joined the team, but nobody was I was answering Sorcerer Mage. Not you, Steel Dawn. That wouldn't even make sense. You were talking about boogers.
Yes. You've already talked about boogers this stream.
So help me.
I'd love to
I'm on
help
my
you.
way.
I feel like that's as helpful as I could be. We're way too spread out.
I think I saved your life. No, don't touch him.
No, I'm dead. We can't be that spread out for this person. Can't do that.
Okay. I apologize. You're dead.
That's enough of that.
No, it's not your fault.
It's Beckwin's fault.
I'm gonna say it's Jono's fault, because look at him fucking over here.
Fucking over here.
Like,
doing what?
not even to form a death ball, but just to be loosely in the same kind of area during a team fight. I was like, we had Chromie over here, we had Beckwin up here because he got eaten, we had me here, Jono wasn't even in the fucking lane, so none of that's close enough to spread my Q, so it doesn't work.
Being a Jono up top.
Yeah, like, you know, like we had Chromie here, Beckwin here, me here, and then Jono over here in Saskatoon. Get with the team! Right, on the way back.
up.
Do you think Universal Carrier is all that good? It's not bad. I think Pox Populi might be better, but we're gonna do that next game. So I'm gonna spit on Chromie. Blech.
I bet it's an infinite mortal wound now.
We're just spreading the shit here. Look at us all healing. It's a good day.
It's a good day for
the noise it makes. It's like bleh, 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 bleh. You go back.
Hey, Jonah, you fat fucking idiot dinosaur! Holy shit!
No, but I need him to be by you. Hey!
Remember when you could take somebody into their base and kill them? Yeah.
Okay, the sound of Stukov healing is better than the sound of Malthiel Ghost Wind Fart.
MVP.
Jono did nothing wrong. Jono did nothing right. Jono.